Hey guys, today I have a really interesting mixing experiment for you, and if this works, it might be groundbreaking, I would say. When it comes to my work, I get lots of tracks where I don't have the full track out for the beat. I have only the wave or the mp3 for the instrumental. It's kind of difficult to mix a track like that if there are some issues with it. If the bass is too loud, if the kick is off balance, and those are things that are really difficult to fix in the mix with just the mp3. Today's video is sponsored by Lalal.ai. That's what I'm gonna use for this experiment. Let's jump into the session. I have a really cool session from DCure. The beat is produced by Kilavik. It's nothing wrong with the beat. It's pretty well balanced when it comes to the mix.
You cannot reach me, it's like I can't pay my phone bill. The point almost defeats each one of you couldn't hold still. Said you bring heat, lactose like you're gulping oat milk. You couldn't reach.
And this is the beat. Pretty well balanced, but if I want to change anything from the beat, I cannot do it, or I have to use some really inventive techniques to affect maybe the kick, the snare from the beat. But one thing that I can do is upload the beat to Lalal.ai and let the magic happen. With Lalal.ai, you can extract the stems from an mp3 beat or a wave beat with ease. Now the website is processing the instrumental, and then we will have our results. Let's see what Lalal.ai can do. Now we have our preview. You can see that we have two stems. We have on top the drums. We can play that and see the results. Below that we have the without drums stem. And just like that, we have the drums separated from the rest of the instrumental. Since this is a fairly simple beat, I think that I will go with separating the bass from the rest of the instrumental. I think that will work best. And now we have the bass and without bass stem. I think I will go with this version, the bass and without bass stem. It's enough for this sort of beat where we have just a couple of instruments. Now Lalal.ai will process the files and I will get a download link. I will bring those files back into Studio One. And now I have the two stems in the session. I have the bass and the drums plus the instruments on a separate stem. And this is the track with the Lalal.ai stems.
You cannot reach me, it's like I can't pay my phone bill. The point almost defeats each one of you couldn't hold still. Said you bring heat, lactose like you're gulping oat milk. You couldn't reach me if you got up on those stilts. No reach with a toothbrush, they say I'm doing too much. You couldn't find the steps to make money with a boot of new buck.
Increase the level of the drums.
Wish you luck, got the skills to back though, was told, get up out of this house, okay bye, I won't die, can't promise you that I won't try. Years later, beers greater, make a less phenomenal guy. Not in my mind until my diet's down. My abdominals hide, look at me, I'm an old guy. I'm a low ride off bottle shop, swallow.
A bit more bass to the bass stem.
But I lie, just know that what I spit can harm you. There's a llama inside, but I'm not gonna try, though there's not a lot on the line. You cannot reach me, it's like I can't pay my phone bill. The point almost defeats each one of you. Toast like you're gulping oatmeal. You couldn't.
I can even go further with the processing by adding some sort of transient designing to the drums. I'm doing that with Spiff.
Oatmeal. You couldn't reach me if you got up on those stilts. No reach with a toothbrush. They say I'm doing too much. You couldn't find.
This is a tool that can be used for mixing, but for remixing purposes also. Let's say that I want to beat break here, but I want to keep the bass playing. I want the drums and the instrumental off, but the bass hitting in that section, just like this.
You couldn't reach me if you got up on those stilts. No reach with a toothbrush. They say I'm doing too much.
Crazy. And as you can hear, it sounds good. For me, this is a tool that I actually don't mind using when I get an mp3 beat, just for fixing the issues that are in the mix or for creative purposes. Beat breaks, beat filtering. It's a really powerful tool. Another thing that you can do, let's say that I just want to extract the drums and I want to keep the rest of the instrumental. This is another powerful way that can help you achieve a better mix when you are dealing with just an mp3 beat. And I'm going to show you why. We have the drums, the other stems. Process, wait for Lalal.ai to do its thing, and let's download the files. Files imported, they are in yellow.
You cannot reach me. It's like I can't pay my phone bill. Feet each one of you couldn't hold still. Said you bring heat, lactose like you're gulping oatmeal. You couldn't reach me if you got up on those stilts. No reach.
Usually when it comes to making space for the vocals into a mix where I have just the mp3, I like using something like track spacer on the actual beat. That has some negative effects. Right now I have the track spacer inserted on the beat.
You cannot reach me.
It's just on the mid section, so it's doing mid-side processing.
It's like I can't pay my phone bill. The point almost defeats each one of you couldn't hold still.
But you can hear that it's affecting the drums also. A big issue for me. Now with the Lalal.ai stems, I can add track spacer just on the stem that has no drums, and I can keep the drums hitting hard.
Still, said you bring heat, lactose like you're gulping oatmeal. You couldn't reach me if you got up on those stilts. No reach with a toothbrush. They say I'm doing too much. You couldn't find the step. Wish you luck. I'm chewed up, this spit out. I got the skills to back though. Was told, get it out of this house. Okay, bye. I won't die. Can't promise you that I won't try. Years later, beers greater make a less phenomenal guy. Not in my mind until my diet's domino sides and my abdominals hide. Look at me, I'm an old guy. I'm a low ride off bottle shop, swallow my pride. Although I know that I.
And these are just a couple of ways that you can use Lalal.ai. It's a really powerful tool, and I am surprised actually how good it works for this purpose, for mixing. The separation of stems is not perfect, but in this context where you don't have any other option, I think it's more than enough. I rather have this sort of control rather than trying to fix the mp3 beat with dynamic processing, soothing, and things like that. It's a great tool that you should try. Like I've said, I am blown away by how easy it is to fix problematic mixes. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram. Thanks for the support and see you guys really soon. Cheers.